this is Monica.
And this is Jason.
And welcome to the Deeper Podcast.
Welcome to the Deeper Podcast. And guess what? It's Monica Jansen's 42nd birthday today. Happy birthday, Monica.
I'm not that old.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Did anybody get you anything yet for your birthday? Any cakes?
I got a Little Debbie Hostess cupcake from Jason.
Sweet.
And he blew out the candle before I could even get to it. Hey, this is Monica, and you're listening to the Deeper Podcast.
Yeah, that was okay.
Sounded angry.
It did. And your face looked very angry, too.
Yep, it's my birthday today. Pretty sure both my parents are going to forget.
Ouch.
I know. I'm just going to, if I don't hear from them by tonight, I'm going to text them a, hey, you're getting so old that you can't remember your children type of text. You know,
Ouch.
Just a funny one.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, oh.
Because sarcasm on text works so well.
No, I'll put a smiley face at the end. That's what smiley faces mean.
Right?
Sarcasm!
What would it mean if you did a smiley face that was winking at the end of it?
That's flirty. Haven't you ever watched The Office?
Oh, no, I'm in big trouble then, because I send the flirty one out all the time. I thought the winking was sarcasm.
No, the wink is like
wink.
Joke.
Oh.
I guess it could be sarcasm.
Okay. Our topic for the year is, Monica?
Teenagers in the Bible.
And this week we're studying Jacob and Esau.
They're brothers.
They were brothers, and we're not going to explain too much about them because we're going to talk about it on Sunday. But Jacob cheated Esau out of a lot of land and a lot of money, and then he had to run away for a long time, and then he decides he wants to make up with his brother, and to make up with him, he gives him all kinds of crazy gifts because he's afraid Esau is just going to literally kill him.
Oh.
So I thought it would be fun today, since we can't tell that story since we're talking about it on Sunday, if Monica and I talked about some of the times we've had problems with our brothers or sisters growing up. That
is true. I am the oldest. Are you?
I am the middle one.
Oh, you're the middle. Ooh.
Yeah. So I thought they both hated me.
I'm sorry. Is there something they should read before Sunday? Do you remember?
Nope.
They're going to read it on Sunday.
We're going to read it. It's really long.
Oh, okay.
If you want to look up Jacob and Esau, it's in Genesis in the 30s. It spans several chapters. Hey, this is Jason. You're listening to the Deeper Podcast.
So, yeah, I'm the oldest. I have a brother younger than me and then a sister.
What are their names?
Derek and Lindsay. Derek lives in Portland now. And Lindsay goes to Iowa State.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got an older brother named Chris and a younger brother named John. Chris works for Pioneer Seed Corn, and my brother John works for Prairie Ag in Prairie City, which is a farm implement store.
So, do your brothers beat you up a lot?
My older brother used to pick on me. We used to wrestle. We never fought, but we wrestled.
Oh, right.
We watched a lot of pro wrestling growing up, so we would wrestle. And then I eventually got bigger than him.
Ooh.
That's when we started wrestling with John, because we could beat him.
We always ganged up on my sister. I remember one time we were riding home from Grandma and Grandpa's in the car, and we convinced her, you know, that trick where if your hand is bigger than your face, that you're something. I don't remember. You've got problems.
Some disease, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got problems.
And she totally did that. And I think we got her like 2 or 3 times, and then she started crying, and we got in trouble.
You got her 2 or 3 times?
She was little. She was young enough that maybe she thought it was funny maybe the first couple times.
So essentially you just kept slapping her.
Yeah. And then we got in trouble, of course.
Oh, how crazy is that?
We rightfully should have gotten in trouble then, but she did get away with a lot because she's the baby.
Did you ever have any huge major fights with your siblings? Like, was there one major war you remember?
No, we just fought all the time. I can't, maybe I'll think of something later, but we always just got mad. I always got mad at my brother because he would have chores to do, but he would never do them. He would just, like during the summer, he would just go out and play with his friends, and so I ended up having to do all of his dirty work, and then he would never get in trouble for it.
You had to do it because your parents made you, or because you just decided to do it?
We'd have a list of stuff. Since I was the oldest, I had to watch my younger sister, during the summers and stuff, and he would just go out and play with his friends, and so I would have to, do all of his chores. Mom left a list, Derek vacuum, Monica cleaned the kitchen, or something like that. And he would never do it.
Why didn't you just let him Why did you do it? Why didn't you just let him get caught?
I did, but he was a naughty boy.
Yeah.
He still wouldn't listen. Don't be like my brother.
And
I like it when I'm talking to the junior hires, I talk to the microphone. I look at the microphone and I point at it.
I one time was watching Saturday morning cartoons. And
Which one?
I believe it was Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh,
So it wasn't really cartoons, live action, but there were cartoons involved.
Yeah.
And my brother came up and hit me with a pillow. And I got mad and chased him out of the room and through the dining room, and he jumped up into the stairs that go to the second floor of our house. And I honestly thought I remember seeing him halfway up the stairs, so I slammed the door behind him as hard as I could. And I heard him screaming from the other side, so I opened the door. And he was standing halfway up the stairs, but he was holding his left hand, which had blood all over it.
Oh my God.
And I looked down, and stuck to the door frame was a chunk off one of his fingers. Yeah. So that was kind of that kind of was the big happening in my life with my brothers.
Did they reattach it?
They did.
Oh.
And it looks like it got ripped off and put back on. And he says it's still kind of numb, like it's asleep. So.
Does he still give you a hard time for it?
Actually, we didn't get along very well for a few years.
One time me and my brother thought we were just going to be brilliant and throw cereal at cars that drove by. Because we lived right along a highway.
And you have a lot of cereal.
The main road that drove through Sully, you know?
Yeah.
And so we just had a baggie of cereal, and every time a car drove by, we'd just go like, boop. Like, act like we weren't, you know, just launch it from our side and not really act like we were throwing anything at them, you know, just standing on the side of the road, being inconspicuous, you know. And one of the vehicles that drove by was a semi. And so we did it to the semi, and the semi puts on its brakes and pulls over and gets out of the vehicle and comes back to the house. And by this time, we were long gone.
Yeah.
We split as soon as the brake lights came on.
Of course.
And he came back, and I think my mom or dad was outside, and he thought we were throwing rocks at the vehicle, and so he was going to get mad, but when he found out it was cereal, he's just like, stupid kids.
Tricks are for kids. That's what he said, right?
Was
it a great big cuckoo bird with a big red hair and a long yellow beak?
Exactly. Okay. Were you there?
That makes sense. That makes sense why he would stop then, because he was trying to get some.
And I just remembered a good story, tips for all those parents out there, if they should happen to be listening to this. Since we lived along a highway, whenever my brother and I would fight, my mom would make us stand on the front lawn and hug.
Ooh.
As cars drove
That
by.
is a good story.
Yeah. It was really annoying.
Stand on the front lawn and hug.
Yeah, it was really annoying. But after a while, you just kind of start giggling, and then everything's okay. Because it's so awkward and annoying that you just kind of, like, get over it.
I can't even imagine hugging my brother. Now.
It was annoying.
That's a good segue, though, into our challenge.
Oh, yes.
Which would be, if you've got a brother or sister, which I think everyone in our group does. In fact, we have a pair of brothers that come and a pair of sisters that come now, too.
Perfect.
I know, isn't that neat? That this is your challenge that we want to hear about, like Monica talked about.
Challenge. Come and share next week.
Right.
Or on the 21st.
You have to think of something like a fight, right? Am I wording this right?
I think so.
A fight or something, some problem you've had with a brother or sister. If you don't have a brother or sister, it can be your mom or dad. Something mean you've done, something bad, and you have to figure out a way to show how you're sorry. And it can't just be saying, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's got to be something like hugging on the front lawn, or...
You make them a goodie basket of their favorite candies.
Right. Or like my brother, I had to buy him a new weight.
Yeah.
Or like in the story of Jacob and Esau, which we'll study, Jacob got his brother a gift, several gifts to say, I'm really sorry, and I'm going to show you how sorry I am.
That's what we would always do when parents said, say you're sorry, we'd just be like, sorry.
Yeah, us too.
But
sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
You'd say it like...
Say it like you mean it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You'd say sorry, but it sounded like jerk.
Yeah.
Idiot. Sorry. That's what we did.
Oh, you're annoying.
I hate you. And you look at him with the death in your eyes.
Ooh, death in your eyes.
Yeah.
That's intense. Anyway, I think that's all for our Deeper podcast.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Monica.
And this has been Deeper Podcast.
I already said that.
I said it again.
Bye.
You didn't say it right.
Bye.